Jurgen, you knew it was going to be a tough contest. It proved to be exactly that, didn't it?
Incredibly physical game, and so we had to find a way. I think we started really well, so we played really around their formation in the beginning. Then they came up with a pretty direct play they have with the switches to the wing backs. We didn't defend that too well. Too often our fullbacks were alone in the 1-1 situation. It doesn't work properly like that. But in a game like this, you have to keep the ball longer, and that what didn't happen often enough. But look, you cannot come here and hope that you have a brilliant day, and that's the only chance to get a result. We had not a brilliant day, but a good enough day to be the deserved winner, because we scored 2 wonderful goals. Yes, they had their moments, they had counter-attacks, all these kind of things, but mainly counter-attacks when we lost the ball in the wrong spaces. And so I'm really overly happy with with everything, apart from that obviously Diogo had to go off with something around the ankle ligament. We will see. We don't know exactly. He could play on, obviously, if that maybe is a good sign. But in half-time, the ankle was swollen anyway, and we had to change. So apart from that, it's just another adult performance. I'm really happy about that.
You've got that strong bench. You've got a big squad now. But was that the big issue, bringing Henderson on to take some control of that midfield?
Oh, it was perfect how the boys reacted. So all of them want to start, but coming then on, I really have all my respect for Hendo's performance today, and Naby who came on, and Luis is so natural when he's coming on, so that helps as well. Yes, that was all very helpful, and in half-time, obviously, when you can bring Bobby Firmino, he needed time to get in the game, because he got the balls in the most difficult areas, in the center where they come from all directions. We lost there still balls, but then when he scored the goal, after that you could see confidence back. All of a sudden the ball was our friend again, and from there we won the game.
It was a fascinating game, but actually statistically there wasn't a shot on target until the 75th minute, till the Firmino goal, which is unusual.
That's up. Actually, after the game I couldn't care less, but during the game it was, of course, we didn't finish the situations often enough, and they were. Again, their situations were very often offside. There was one situation where Vidal was offside, and in the end they get anyway a corner. This rule really kills me at one day, because you can see it now, it's clear offside, but they let it run, and then they forget to raise the flag in the end.
Listen, the Jota news, the only sort of slight damp moment on tonight, actually, isn't it? Doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't sound great, but he walked off. He didn't look as if he was... It was too bad, and Liverpool have got a real clean bill of health at the minute, as we touched on before the game. So if you're going to get someone that's going to have a slight knock, then it's not the worst position, it's not the worst time, and it doesn't look like it's a serious one either. So Liverpool still fighting on all fronts, still got virtually everyone fit. I mean, they're in a great position at the minute. It's a good reminder of the depth and how important that is as we get to this stage of the season.
Yeah, and when you're fighting on all fronts like Liverpool are, you need to keep people fit, because there's a hell of a lot of games coming up, different competitions, and the competition is good. You need that competition within the squad. It keeps people focused, keeps people concentrated, and you want to maintain that rhythm. And Jota has been a hell of a player for him this season.
Let's have a look, actually, at the way that Inter played this evening, because for a lot of the game, we were praising the fact that they were kind of out-Liverpooling Liverpool, didn't we, Robbie?
Yeah, we did, and we said before the game, this is what Liverpool want to do. But they done to Liverpool what we expect Liverpool to do with Inter Milan. They were breaking forward, but when they were losing the ball, they had every man pressing. You can see the numbers they had in the box there, so they obviously win the ball back. They have 4 men in the box. We think that's going to be a Liverpool trait. They're going to do that. They get a chance, and really, I mean, without stating the obvious, he's got to do better. Maybe Trent's got to be a little bit braver in terms of getting his body into that. It's a great touch, but he's got to do better. In terms of, we said before the game, Liverpool coming here, try and make it as hard for them as possible. But they done it to Liverpool. And we'll look at a few other clips as well and how they played. So one of Liverpool's strengths, if you like, is Trent going forward, but also one of the weaknesses. And we see a lot of the times, you see Brozovic picking up the ball deep, and we see Bastoni use the left centre half, and at times he played on the, on the left wing back, if you like. So what he's doing is trying to create overloads and getting areas into that pitch where they can cause maybe Liverpool problems. If you just say there, you see him making a little bit of an overlap, just pause it, carry on a bit touch more. So if you pause it there, you see Bastoni. Just pause it for you. So you see them here making little triangles around Liverpool. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to create overloads, trying to get bodies into a certain area of the pitch and drag Liverpool players over. We see Trent over, we see RB Elliott, we see, I think, who's that, Fabinho in the middle. So there's 4 Liverpool players in and around the ball there. So straight away, what you're doing there is you're trying to create that press that they've done from the defensive area, trying to do it into the mid-third of the pitch. There's 4 players out of the game, possibly, and if they worked it a little bit better, you work into maybe a 3 or 2 into the box. But again, they got the ball into the box, and it's that man again who's, who was tremendous tonight, Virgil van Dijk, but he clears the ball, and he was probably one of the reasons why Liverpool, kept it to that, minimum, crossbar effort.
Yeah. How does tonight's performance then from Inter inform Jurgen Klopp and his players for the second leg?
They'll need to be on it, go and perform a substandard level, because I think this team, Inzaghi gets his team going. Again, he has a way of playing that allows them to feel comfortable. There's a fluidity about the way that they play. Yes, they didn't create loads of chances, but Liverpool will come out of this game knowing they've been in a game for 75 minutes. Till they got that goal, this game could have gone anywhere, and it was looking like it was going to be more in an Inter Milan way than it would have been Liverpool's. But again, that mettle, that concentration, and then the clinical guys they've got up front to be able to finish chances when they come, set them apart.
Rio, we've looked at a couple of things where, and Robbie suggested that there's certain areas that could be exposed in Liverpool's backline, maybe in this area where Trent is so good going forward, but it leaves a little bit of a gap. Would you be concerned for Liverpool, take your Manchester United hat off for a minute, but would you be concerned for Liverpool against better teams if they sort of expose that area by putting more numbers in that type of area, or do you think that they'll play in a different type of way?
Yeah, I would look to get him behind Trent because he's so great going forward, and I think Klopp doesn't want to actually bring him back and play him a bit deeper. But I think we saw with Robertson today, especially earlier in the game, he was firing on, and then Dumfries was getting out on that side, and I think as the game went on, Robertson kind of put the handbrake on a little bit, stayed in that area, then that space wasn't there to be played in behind so much. And the most dominant side for the way that they were trying to get out for Inter was on that left side. But it's almost like you're taking away the best attributes of Trent to try and help defensively, and I think he gives you so much going forward. The risk-reward we talked about before playing high probably helps in that sense.
Yeah. Brilliant. Gentlemen, thank you for your company. How was it for you, Robbie?
Enjoyed it, yeah, it was really good. A good win for Liverpool as well. What more could you ask for?
Decent partnership, right?
You won't want to play against on a Saturday.
Should have played together more often.
Sleepless nights.
Thank you very much. Nice to have you with us. Gentlemen,
thank
you just bow quietly and stand in the corner. One more goal, and he's there on the 150. Look, we spoke about Virgil van Dijk. Should we have a look at how he played tonight?
And he said there, you have to go through pain in that VT. You go through pain at times away from home. And that is so true. And it's about understanding that. And you see here, he's first to the ball. So I have to keep that going on. He's first of all, gets caught out of position, maybe just unfortunately, but it's about his partner. When someone's out of position, your partner's out of position, normally this centre-back would probably just go there and just keep jockeying. But watch Konate, he sees that Dzeko is out over there and he ends up having to arc his run a little bit to make sure that he can get in an area to actually cover it. He's really good defending. Subtle little difference. But you can see him put the burners on to make sure he can cover that area. Otherwise, it's a chance on goal. Here again, you see, this is about respect. This is about earning respect over years. You see Van Dijk here. He's saying 1v1, the only place you're going to go, I'm going to show you down there. And if you do choose to go down there, I can jockey you, I'll beat you for pace, I'll bully you for strength. Martinez, OK, guys, I'll wait for some help.
That's the thing with obviously all the great defenders. So when we see about how to defend, and if it becomes one-on-one and you're not really that confident of doing anything, what you do is you contain until your teammates get back, and he's probably one of the best at that.
100%. That one there about Burners, he's cheating a little bit because he knows that he can get back as Dzeko. He's not the quickest of players, and you can afford to do it. It's about 9 players that you're playing against. This one here. Really good header, gets across at the front post. Dzeko, we said before the game, in them areas is very good. has to be aware, covers the front post. This one I like, Konate here. Watch him. When you're a big lad, you've got to be quick on your feet, gets down low. Good block in the end. And I thought both of them two, without those two performing at the level they did today, they probably don't get the result or the opportunity to get the 2-0 victory.
And you can stand here and say Liverpool weren't great and they'll definitely play better this season. But they weathered a storm from Inter. They went away from home. They kept a clean sheet, limited the opposition and came away with a 2-0 win. In many ways, it's kind of perfect.
Absolutely. Absolutely perfect. And we've said before, we've seen them play better. We've seen them go into Europe and win by bigger numbers, let's say. But 2-0 away in the knockout stage of the Champions League, Jurgen Klopp they won't need a plane to fly on. They'll be flying home on, with excitement, with a buzz. They're virtually through already, and they don't even need the fortress that is Anfield to carry them home. Really, it's job well done.
And I think the big thing to understand as well, when you're going on to win things, it's not about performing. You can't perform 10 out of 10 every game and everything goes perfectly for you. There has to be moments in games where you struggle, and as Virgil said there, you have to suffer, but it's about getting through that. And these guys have got that character, they've got that mettle.
That's a sign of a great team, isn't it? So, OK, they've not been brilliant, but we've seen a few performances of late obviously in the league where they haven't been great, but they get the results. And all that matters in football is the result.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how you play, as long as you win that game, and Liverpool have done it.
N'Golo Kante, we took it very seriously and we want more. N'Golo Kante feels privileged to be part of the squad who has won the Club World Cup for the first time in Chelsea's history. The Frenchman played the full 120 minutes as we beat Palmeiras 2-1 in Abu Dhabi, and after the match spoke of the amazing feeling of adding yet more silverware to the club's cabinet. It feels special. We have had a nice time here in Abu Dhabi and it was a nice tournament, said Kante. We took it very seriously, and for many of my teammates we have never played this tournament and the club has never won it. To have the privilege to win it and play in it is very nice, he beamed. I am very happy and it is an amazing feeling. Kante also expressed his pride of converting our title of European champions to world champions. Like I said, it is the first time for the club and we are happy to be a part of it, and also for us, it is a follow-up for the success last season of the Champions League. It is a nice feeling we share all together. The only trophy Kante is yet to win in Chelsea colours is the Carabao Cup, which the Blues will attempt to win on the 27th of February when we take on Liverpool at Wembley. Step by step, we can achieve more titles. I think we took this competition very seriously. We need to enjoy it, but we know we have many more important games coming, Kante added. We have the final of the Carabao Cup, plus the Champions League, Premier League and FA Cup too, so there are many great things ahead of us and we want to enjoy many nights like these. What we want is to get the best out of the team, we want to compete in everything and we want to win it, and we try to give our best.